few more hours later, when it finally became time for me to go home, I called a taxi to pick me up by the school gates. June stuck around and waited for me the entire time, and I appreciated his company. In fact, even though I know I'll see him tomorrow, a little part of me felt sad to be leaving. But I know Mom would worry if I stayed out too late, especially now that I have no reason to still be at school after class. I'm home. I announced my presence as soon as I arrived, quickly dropping my bag by the couch and taking a seat. I might not spend that much time on my feet, but those crutches are sure wrecking my hands. Having to put so much weight on them is making my hands feel really stiff and sore. Writing during class has been a bother now because of it. Hopefully I'll adjust soon and they'll stop hurting. Maybe I'll be able to walk normally again even. That's why you shouldn't have been ignoring your physical therapy. It's not just about the fucking thing. You also, a lot of times people have to do hand exercises too. When they are on crutches, was the rest of that sentence that I meant to say. I can dream. I guess Mom might be in her room. If she were downstairs, she'd have responded by now. I could go up to my room and get changed, but I know I was the one that told Shoichi and Saya I wouldn't need help with the stairs after class, but maybe I should have accounted for going up on the roof before I said that. My hands are sore, my good foot hurts, my shoulders are stiff, wiped. I think I'll just lie down here for a bit and get some rest. Thank God we have a comfortable couch. Maybe I'll take a look at my notes later. I have to catch up on the stuff I missed while I was away. Maybe I could swing by the tennis club tomorrow and see how they're handling the transition. I hate this. My body is tired and I've done so much nothing the past few weeks that my mind can't rest. I haven't been sleeping well and I'm constantly trying to distract myself because of it. I thought things would be better now since I was able to relax so well this afternoon without thinking of anything. What the hell? Why can't I do it again? Come on, a way to relax. Maybe some breathing exercises? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, this was supposed to be a breathing exercise. When did it turn into counting? Whatever. Either way works. Just relax. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. Thank God! I hear the sound of someone knocking on the front door echoes unannounced, and I immediately celebrate the appearance of an unexpected distraction. 1 second. Hey, it's the Shoichi man. I quickly unlock and open the door, checking to see who it was that had shown up just now. I'm greeted by the sight of my childhood friend standing at my front door, still in his school uniform. Shoichi! Hey. What are you doing here, you son of a bitch? I tried calling, but you didn't pick up your phone. I just wanted to, check up on you and talk about something, you know, what? In person. It means I wanted to check up on you in person. Vis-a-vis does not mean in person. Vis-a-vis means pertaining to. That's a weird way to say it. It's French. Keisuke taught it to me. Why is K-kun teaching you French? Are you getting lessons from him now? What? No, he used it in a sentence and I asked him what it meant. Why would I ever take French lessons? Don't be obtuse. International business relationships? You're wanting to be a business person? Multilingualisms is a huge fucking thing if you're wanting to be a Japanese businessman. I don't know. How am I being obtuse? You're the one who said he taught you French. I'll ask again, why are you here? I was on my way home and decided to take a quick detour to check if you were already home. See if everything was alright. We just saw each other a few hours ago at lunchtime. You know how I'm doing. I guess. Shoichi does the fakest, most awkward laugh I've ever heard while rubbing the back of his neck. Even to this day, he doesn't know how much of a dead giveaway it is when he does that. Do you want to come in? Oh, wow, okay, I'll come inside. Don't act so happy about it. The sarcasm isn't helping you any, mister. Is this going to be the moment where he confesses because June didn't do it? Did they talk and say you have to say it? Or what the fuck? What's happening here? Let Shoichi step inside, waiting for him to take off his shoes and leave him by the entrance before he follows me. As we're walking to the living room, I feel him place a hand on my lower back, almost like he's trying to give me support. You don't need to do that. Huh? I can walk just fine. I don't need you to hold me steady. Take your hand off my back. Oh, sorry. Shoichi quickly pulls away, standing frozen for a brief second at my response, giving me enough time to put a little distance between us. Might be petty, I know why he's doing it, and I've been mostly putting up with it so far, but for some reason it rubbed me just a little worse than usual this time. Have a seat. I plop myself down on the couch, neatly placing my crutches off to the side where they're out of the way, but easily reached when I need to get up. I've been using them so much these past few days that keeping track of where they are at all times and leaving them in places where I can get to them has become a habit. I don't know whether I like that or not. Yeah, thanks. I can tell from his face that he's probably a little tender from the way I talked to him just now, making me feel a little bad. But I also know that if I apologize for snapping, he'll just keep doing it. So, what brings you here? I already said I just decided to drop by and to check if you were already home. I got home just a few minutes before you showed up, as I'm sure you can tell, since I haven't changed or anything. I figured. Do you need help with Shoichi? Okay, sorry. I'll shut up. I know you like to help, which is why I've been mostly biting my tongue so far, but seriously, man. Well, is there anything in particular you wanted to check up on? Not really. Like I said, I just wanted to see how you were doing. Well, yeah, okay, so it wasn't well, it was we. Yeah, I know. We just saw each other at lunch. I know how you're doing. You said that already. I meant other than that. I didn't help you get home like I did yesterday, so I got a bit antsy. Something like that. I'm fine. Going up and down the stairs isn't that bad. Maybe if it were someone else, it might have been more of an issue, but I have strong core muscles and I'm in tip-top shape. Recovery is going as well as it can be. You can stop hovering. I guess. For my sake, I better not mention how exhausted and sore I'm feeling from using the crutches so often lately. That would probably serve as an invitation for him to be even more annoying than he's already being. What did you do today? You said you only got home a few minutes ago, so you must have stayed late at school. Hung out with June. No need to mention the roof. Probably blow a gasket if he knew. What? You went to the roof on your own? What if something bad happened and blah blah blah? You two have been getting pretty close lately, huh? I guess. What makes you say that? I can more or less tell. You two have been acting chummier lately. God, God, Jesus. It's one of those like meta-knowledge moments, because he knows and we don't know, but he knows that he told June and June told him, but we don't know what Shoichi likes. God, fuck, this is just awkward. This is more awkward for us. Like, not even us as Rutherford, us as the fucking viewer. So do you and him. And you and Keisuke, for that matter. That's... a lot happened while you were away. I guess I got closer to the both of them. No kidding. You've known Keisuke for over a year, but you only now got on a first-name basis with him. That's an entirely different matter altogether. Wow, that's an awkward smile. Oh? Do tell. Great. This way I can get the focus of this conversation away from myself. He's just happened to be there for me, that's all. Be there for you in what manner? Oh, you needed someone to be there for you? Of course I did. My best friend got hit by a car. You think I was going to I was doing just fine? Fair enough. Oh boy. Yes, that was a bit of a mean thing to joke about. What about you and June? That, oh god, what's with this face? This is the second time he makes that face. I've never seen him make that face before. Yeah, this does seem like a new face. Are his lips even supposed to bend that way? Yes. We might have had a slight disagreement when you were, you know... What kind of disagreement? The, harsh kind? How harsh? That's, what did you do? Shoichi. Look, if this involved just me, I'd be all for telling you, but I don't want to break June's confidence too, so I scoot over in my seat, leaning in closer until my face is just a palm away from Shoichi's, narrowing my eyes as I stare him down. What did you do? Boy, you sure are quite close to me. What did you do? Because if you hurt him, then I swear to God, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Then start talking. Is there any chance you'd reconsider? Right now, the only thing I'm considering is whether to crush your nutsack with my crutches. Now spell! Okay, I'll talk, but can you back off? Like, way off? Good choice. Crap, I'm pretty sure I could see Grandma waving at me from the other side. So what the hell happened? What exactly does a harsh disagreement mean? I got mad, okay? When we got to the hospital and we didn't know what had happened, and he kept going on about how it was his fault, and I saw red, and I kind of pinned him against the wall. You did what? But that's all I did, honest. I mean, there may have also been some yelling, but that's all there is to it. Oh, that expression. Rutherford. 1, 2, 3. What are you doing? Breathing exercise to keep me from reaching down and twisting your nuts off. There's no need for that. I already apologized. Multiple times, in fact. That's how we bonded. You bonded over throwing my boyfriend against a wall? You just said boyfriend. You said it. You done did and said it. Kinda. That first was pretty... Oh, there it is. There it is. You done said it. Wait, you're what? Huh? Huh? In a single second, realization hits me like a bag of bricks to my brain, and my brain shorts entirely. I told Shoichi way long ago that June had confessed to me, but me agreeing to date him was such a new development that it hadn't come up yet. This is not how I wanted it to come out. You guys are dating now? I'd expected him to flip. I expected him to have a million questions. I expected him to be confused. Oh, thank God. I did not expect him to sigh in relief. Did you just sigh? Yeah, I sighed. I was trying so hard to keep all hush-hush and pretending like I didn't know what was going on. Do you have any idea how hard it is to keep it a secret? I have sweat. Ew, I'm not. That's fucking gross. I'm not saying that. Gross! Gross. I didn't need to know that. And what is this about you keeping it hush-hush? June told me that he was going to confess to you again soon after you got out of the hospital. That he was going to come clean about a lot of things, so I'm assuming that since you two are dating now, that means you all had that talk. Wait, you know about that? How much do you know? Enough. Whoa, back up. What is he even talking about here? Does he mean he knows about June's heart? Or about June's scars? What does he mean? Stop looking at me like that. Like what? Like your brain is rebooting? You have this really dumb look on your face. Excuse you, this is just my face! What? What did June tell you? I am assuming the same things he told you. About his medical condition, about he'd been playing up a character to get us to like him, about he liked you so much that he wanted to win you over, even if that meant he was stepping on my toes. Wait, what? The first two things I get. I mean, mind blown that you knew about them, but I get it. But what's the third one about? Oh, yeah, I guess he wouldn't have told you that one, since that involves, me. What do you mean it involves you? And how do you have any involvement in this, and whatsoever, in this story? Jesus Christ, my brain hurts so much right now. That's the reason I was so angry at him, Rutherford. I've had feelings for you for the longest time. What? Honestly, the fact that you never caught on to it is surprising. Shocking, really. What do you mean, had feelings for me? Like in a brotherly feelings kind of way? No, like a madly in love with you with my childhood best friend kind of way. I don't follow. Yes, you do. You're not that stupid. I did. Shoichi, he did. But June, he did. But Shoichi, I'm you. It's okay. You don't have to turn me down. I'm over you. You are? Well, at least that's what I'd like to say. Truth be told, I think it'll be a while before I can truly move on, but when I got angry at June-kun, it brought a lot of the stuff I'd been bottling up to the surface. I spent years telling myself that if only you were into guys, we would surely end up together. So when you told us that you'd been confessed to and were actually considering it, and it was for a guy other than me, that shook me. I took a lot of my frustration out on June-kun, and he didn't deserve that. But it helped. I felt like he was taking you away from me, like I deserved you since I'd been by your side this whole time. That if you were going to be into guys, that you should be with me. It's pretty pathetic to say it out loud, and obviously not something I should ever be thinking about. Not about you or about anyone else for that matter. But it helped. I could tell recently that you and June-kun were obviously getting closer, and while at first I was jealous, after I got it all out, I felt light. It feels really stupid to say, but I felt better. Saying it out loud, confronting it, admitting to myself that you and I wouldn't be a couple no matter what. It felt like it could be a first step. I've had feelings for you for years, but never until now did I feel like I could start to move on. Of course, none of that is an excuse for what I said to June-kun. I said some really messed up stuff to him, and I've apologized over and over again about it. That is not the kind of person I want to be, ever. And for his part, he started confiding in me. It was awkward at first, but we talked about me, about him, about you, about how we both felt for you, that kind of thing. I might have given some encouragement. It felt really weird to do at the time, but I thought it was the right thing to do. Give my permission. Actually, no, that sounds horrible. It's not like he needs my permission. Forget I said that. Hello? Earth to Rutherford? I'm spilling my heart out here. The least you could do is say something. Anything. Terrible something. Try again. I don't know, man. That's a lot of information to absorb all at once. Shoichi and he told June that, and June told him about, and they both bonded over. My brain hurts. I don't blame you for that. I wasn't sure that if he told you any of that, so I was doing my best to keep my mouth shut. At least until he gave me the all clear. Dumbass little twerp. The least he could have done is let me know he had to talk with you so I could stop worrying that I was gonna say something something I shouldn't every time I talk to you. I don't even know how to begin unpacking that. That Shoichi knew about June's condition was already surprising enough for me, but this? I don't even know how to deal with this. Why didn't you tell me? What? About my feelings? Yeah. Sure. Hey, Rutherford, guess what? I know we're both guys, but truth be told, I'm madly in love with you and have been for years. How about we walk into the sunset together and you become my lover? I'm sure that conversation would have gone supremely well. You could have left out the part about the sunset. Not the point. Obviously, I didn't want to risk our friendship by letting you know I was in love with you, you dumbass. Especially when I had no indication that you were even interested in men. I can imagine that, yeah. I don't think I would have taken that well. Hell, I'm not taking it well now. Granted, the shock is somewhat past. I'm mostly just speechless from the enormity of this revelation. How did I never realize this? Well, you also should mention the fact that you didn't even know you were into guys until June showed up. That would also help, yeah, that would lend some context. That would be a thing to mention here, but, Rutherford is not the greatest at bringing up important shit in the moment. I don't know. Jun-kun did. So did Saya-chan. Even Keisuke had his suspicions. Say what? I'm not exactly known for being a good liar. You know that. But, congratulations. I mean, I guess that's what you're supposed to say when your friends start dating. I'm not very good at this, for reasons that should be pretty obvious to you now. Thanks. Just do us all a favor. Don't do to Jun-kun what you did to your girlfriends. I won't! Good, because he's been hurt enough during his life. He doesn't need more of it. That's... Wow, I don't even know how to process all of this, but a small part of me is kind of happy to hear Shoichi say that. You tell me that you have feelings for me, but you're still telling me to make someone else happy. Yeah, Jun-kun's my friend. I want him to be happy. Besides, like I said, I'm moving on. I'm like an adult. Also, you mentioned that Keisuke and I are closer now. Part of that is because my yelling at June was pretty public. He heard all of it. And instead of lecturing me or yelling at me for taking my frustrations out on June, he pulled me aside and tried to make sure I was okay. Saya-chan had always been my support person over the last few years. She knew about my feelings for you and she comforted me when I was upset or struggling with it. But even she didn't immediately jump to look out for me. She stuck with Jun-kun to make sure that he was okay. And yeah, sure, I was in the wrong in that situation. I deserved to be ignored while people focused on making sure I didn't hurt June and that he was okay. But Keisuke still focused on taking care of me first. It's not easy to have sympathy for the person that's in the wrong, but he still did. Kinda hard not to bond after that, don't you think? Yeah, that is fair. I can totally see how that would be a bonding experience. Good one, K-kun. I guess you and Saya were putting out fires everywhere while I was away. I really need to thank the both of them later. After that, we just kept talking. Keisuke's a pretty good listener, it turns out. I mean, yeah. You both would have known that if you two weren't constantly bickering. Give me a break. There was something about the guy that rubbed me the wrong way before now. You always said that you two were good friends despite the bickering. Okay. There was something about my friend that rubbed me the wrong way before now. How so? I don't know. I just felt a constant desire to beat him and prove him wrong whenever he opened his mouth. It's doomed. Any potential friendship between these two is doomed. I don't feel that way anymore. Please stop glaring at me. Aha. Does it help if I say that we both found it fun being at each other's throats? That depends. Is that actually true? Yes. We both laughed a few times about how funny it was to fight and call each other names. What is wrong with you two? What factory did the two of you come from, and how did quality control let you through when you both are clearly defective? There's gotta be a screw loose somewhere. I can't. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Playful banter and insults can be fun. Yeah, sure. You're only forgetting the fact that your banter until now was missing the playful part. Nah, it was plenty playful enough. Keisuke and I talked about it a few times these past few weeks, and we're both in agreement on it. Yeah, see how long that fucking lasts. I swear to God, I'm gonna grab both your heads and knock them together kindergarten style, and... Kindergarten style? What the fuck does that mean? Kindergarten style? What kindergarten are you going to? God damn! Do you both find some sense that the Lord... the good sense the Lord gave you. What the fuck? Get your fucking religion out of here. I don't even know where to start. There's so much wrong with everything you've said so far. You're just jealous. What could I possibly be jealous about? That I might start spending less time with you in the future. Get over yourself. Oh, ouch. That hurts so much. I don't know how I'll ever be able to go on. I sigh, covering my face with both hands and rubbing the bridge of my nose, all in one single exaggerated motion. Are you also going to tell him that you haven't decided between you and Jude to tell everyone yet? That would be important to note. Remember, he's part of the clarifying crew. It's enough to make Shoichi snort, covering his mouth with a hand in an attempt to stifle the sound. I guess I'll just have to learn to live with the fact that my best friend won't be around anymore. I knew there would come a day when we would have to go our separate ways. Damn straight. Dots. Snirk. Ha 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 ha. This whole conversation is so ridiculous that even these silly weird jokes make us both burst into laughter. I don't even know why we're laughing, but for some reason Shoichi and I can't seem to stop. We both laugh until my chest starts to hurt and I'm struggling to catch my breath. It somehow feels like relief. And you really are an idiot. Excuse you, but out of the two of us, which one is the bigger idiot? You are about 10 centimeters taller than me. That's not what I meant by bigger, you dumbass. Well, I hope you didn't mean the other kind of bigger then, because I really don't feel like checking. No, of course not. Stop being a weirdo. Once we were both caught our breath and laughter finally begins to die down, I look down on my knee. I don't know why, but I keep staring at it in silence for a while. Lots of things go through my mind all at once, and I don't know on which of these thoughts to land. After what felt like a long time, I finally make up my mind about which to say. Things sure have been changing a lot for this past month, huh? Yeah. I appreciate you telling me, though. I hope we're still able to stay close friends. I don't know if it'll be weird or awkward for you to be around me now, considering... Nah, don't be stupid. You're not getting rid of me that easily. I mean, sure, I'll probably keep some distance, but that's only because I don't think we need to be together all damn time to be close friends. I really am happy for you and Jun-kun, and I'll make sure to call him and congratulate him once I get home. It's pretty nice of you. Would you look at that? It's almost like I'm a very nice person. You threw my boyfriend against a wall. How nice can you really be? There were extenuating circumstances. Sure. Shoichi shakes his head, flashing me a bittersweet smile before getting up from the couch, looking down at me. Well, I probably shouldn't stick around for too long. Dad might have something to say if I take too long getting home, And I should probably leave you to relax and rest. Yeah, you're not gonna tell him to keep this shit to himself? Guys! Guys! I'm glad we talked, though. It feels good to clear the air. I've held on to all this for years. It's nice to finally not have to keep secrets anymore. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, Rutherford. You don't need to worry about seeing me out. I know where you guys keep the emergency key. I'll lock up when I leave and put it back in there. Thanks. See you tomorrow, too. Bye-bye. I stand in my seat, merely following Shoichi with my eyes as he walks out. The moment I hear the door closing and locking behind him, I let out a sigh, leaning back fully on the couch and letting my back slide down a little. So Shoichi had feelings for me all this time, huh? I can't believe I never saw that coming. Guess I really am a lot denser than I thought I was. Wonder how much different things would have been if he had told me about it. We have a whole route about that, several dozens of episodes. But then again, I don't think I would have been able to handle it. It is a lot rougher of a route. It's not my favorite, by far. It's my third favorite out of these 3 routes. For good or bad, it took a lot of things happening to me over the past few months to get me to a place where I could finally accept June's confession. Without all of those experiences, I don't know if I'd be here. I look down on my knee again, gingerly placing a hand on it and rubbing my brace over the fabric of my pants. It stings a little, but even the pain feels a little refreshing now. I can feel it, and that alone is reason enough for me to celebrate right now. I think. Am I starting to sound like a self-help book? Because it sure feels like it. Sometime later. Before doing anything else, I decide that taking some time to sit down and let my conversation with Shoichi fully sink in is my #1 priority at the moment. After a couple of minutes of sitting around in the living room, I decide to head upstairs and quickly knock on my mom's door to let her know I was home. Just as I imagined, she had locked herself in her room, put on earbuds, and started working while no one else was home. I guess habits are a lot harder to break than they might seem. Once that was taken care of, I took a bath, taking advantage of the fact that Aki isn't home at the moment and wouldn't be around to nag me about bathing together. While it's nice to bond with my little brother once again, certain things really should remain private. Which brings me to this moment. Am I really doing this? I was thinking about whether or not I should call June to let him know about my conversation with Shoichi. Amusingly enough, by the time I'd come out of the shower, I realized my phone had been dead for the last few hours. I juiced it up quickly and turned on to see a single message from June. You told Shoichi-san? Oh, Shoichi-san. Resisting the urge to laugh was probably the hardest thing I've done all day today. Screw it, he is my boyfriend, I should be able to talk to him about it. Besides, Shoichi said so himself. They talked about June's relationship with me a few times behind my back. How big of a deal can it be for me? Can it really be for me to have told Shoichi that June and I had gone official? I can't believe you! Apparently a big deal. Hear the telltale sound of the call collecting, which is immediately interrupted by June quiet yelling at me from the other end. Hi to you too. You could have at least given me a heads up! Do you have any idea how surprised I was when Shoichi-san called me to ask about it? I can kind of imagine, yeah. Although, in my defense, probably not more surprised than I was to find out that my childhood best friend was in love with me. So, you know, shit happens. Sorry, it slipped out. I promise, it wasn't on purpose. It's fine. I was planning on telling Shoichi-san soon anyway. You were? Yeah. The only difference is that I planned on asking you for permission first. You're really not gonna let this go, are you? We'll see. Uh-oh. I can almost hear the mischievous grin on June's face right now. I might be in danger. Anyway, what about the part where he had feelings for me? Did he mention that he told me that? Oh, yeah, he did. And that doesn't surprise you in the slightest? It was pretty obvious. I'd known he had a thing for you for a while. And you kept trying to win me over regardless? Well, all's fair in love and war. You're a lot more sly than you look, aren't you? It's not like I wanted to hurt Shoichi-san. I just cared more about getting together with you. It's okay, I get it. You do? Of course. You don't need to worry. I won't hold the fact that you intentionally kept doing something that you knew would hurt my best friend against you. I'm scared now. Good. I have to keep you on your toes. You're evil. Look who's talking. At least now I know I wasn't crazy for thinking that you and Shoichi seemed a lot closer. Yeah, guess good things can come out of the weirdest situations. I suppose. If I'm being honest, I'm surprised you weren't a bit more worried about that Shoichi told me about his feelings. Huh? Why would I be worried? I don't know. I'm not worried that he was trying to confess and then steal me from you or something. Which is not at all what happened. He only told me because... Shh, relax. I know Shoichi-san wouldn't do that. He's a good guy. Unlike Spencer trying to snag you from whoever the hell you're dating at the last second. Spencer was not above that. So apparently that is your confirmation. Shoichi is a better friend than Spencer. Wow. No hesitation whatsoever. I can't tell if he's confident or naive. And you're completely okay with this? I mean, I have to admit that I was a bit freaked out when Shoichi first told me. I do feel a bit bad for Shoichi-san, but I think it's been good for him on some level. He seemed a lot less stressed lately. I think moving on is good for him. It's not healthy to keep holding on to something so heavy, even as it's pulling you under. Oh, June, that was kind of wise. Are you going to keep acting shocked every time I say something smart? 'Cause it's getting old. Sorry. I guess I'm not as funny as I like to think I am. Nope, you aren't. At least beat around the bush a little. Don't agree with me so emphatically. Either way, I'm glad you two were able to have that conversation. Shoichi-san sounded really relieved over the phone. He did? Yeah, I could tell he was smiling. Dang, really? I didn't know it had gotten to him that much. Maybe he was keeping it in while he was still here? Maybe he felt awkward saying it in front of me? But for the sake of my own sanity, please ask me before you tell anyone else. I'm not at all against letting our friends know. I don't try to keep my sexuality a secret to begin with, but it's bad for my heart to have someone bring it up without warning. Oh, yeah, good point. I hadn't considered that. Anyway, I'd love to keep chatting, but I really need to finish up some homework before I turn in for the night. Homework, huh? Look at you being all responsible. I don't want to keep having to be tutored all the time. Feels bad to keep needing other people to help me. Aw, I kinda like tutoring you. But if June is trying to be more independent, I'll suck it up and keep that thought to myself. I'll give him whatever support I can, since this seems to be important to him. I'll talk to you later then. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Think of me when you go to sleep. Okay. You too. Get the call after we both say our farewells, holding the phone to my ear for a couple more seconds while I let June's last words process in my mind for a little bit. Think of me when you go to sleep, huh? Guess I just might. Hey, there we go. Oh, that's so sweet. There he is, all cute. And that is it for the June route as of the 0.55 public update build. Thank y'all for watching these many videos for this update. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I find that Keisuke's route is probably more intriguing, but in terms of emotion, June is my favorite route. And June is my favorite character out of the dateable characters, and probably my favorite character out of the entire game. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time when we tackle the Shoichi updates that I have missed. And then we'll hopefully be caught up, and hopefully I will get to it before and the next update comes out. I'm trying so hard to catch up. The good old tennis lace. There's a lot that I have missed. But anyway, thank you very much. If you made it to this part of the video, let me know whether you prefer tennis or, I don't know, what, rugby? Do you like tennis or rugby better? There you go. Tennis or rugby? That's your question. What do you prefer between the two? I've never seen rugby at all. It's not a comparable sport to tennis. So I don't know shit about rugby. Isn't it more comparable to soccer? Or I don't know a goddamn thing about rugby. But it's a fun sport to say. But whatever. Probably more interested in tennis, actually, for me. I'm not into sports at all. So whatever. I think with rugby, you can pick up a ball and run with it, because I know there's a joke in Corner Gas where one of the guys thinks they're watching soccer or football, because the show's based in Canada, and the guy's like, "You can't pick up the ball and run with it, what are you doing?" And the guy's like, "This is rugby?" And he's like, oh yeah, I'm changing my bet. Something. I don't know. It's a good show too. If you haven't watched Corner Gas, you should watch it. Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.